Hello, this is Heike from Horse Road Connect, and today we're going to be speaking with Jamie Samples, the founder and CEO of Yellow Barn Media. Hi, Jamie. How are you today?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. So what is your background with horses?
My background with horses is I basically started riding from the time I was born. I started on a Welsh pony, and I started showing probably when I was about 10 years old, and showed quarter horses and paints all the way through my early 20s. Now I have another Welsh pony, and I just trail ride and just enjoy myself on my horse now. I have a young son, so I don't get a lot of time to ride anymore, but I still have a horse on my property, and I still get to go out and have my barn therapy when needed.
Very nice. So what is Yellow Barn Media all about?
We are a full-service marketing firm, and we are actually in year 11 of business. I found that I had a love for marketing years ago, and when I looked at what industry I wanted to work with, I worked with a coach, and they said, what's your passion? What do you love to do outside of your work? Of course, it was the horse industry. I was able to marry the marketing side of my passion with the horse side, so it has enabled me to help horse business owners grow their business through creative online marketing.
Do you have a vision then that pertains to both of these, the horse industry, which is your passion, and also the marketing service, which is the core of your business? Do you have a vision that incorporates both of those?
Yeah, and I think for me, I think horses all around, and for those of us obviously that are in the horse industry, we really see the impact that horses can have on people. Yes, we can enjoy them, and that's wonderful, but I really think horses can just play such a huge part in life. I have a lot of friends that do all sorts of therapy with their horses, so I just think it's so important that the horse industry as a whole, if we can take the industry and expand it, and obviously with any business to expand and get our message out there, we've got to have that creative marketing to back it up. Whether you're a small training barn or a large breeding facility, it doesn't matter where you're at. So I think for me, horses have made such an impact on my life and the lives of those around me that I look at people that don't have experience with horses and I'm like, oh, they're just missing out. So if I can use my background in horses and marketing to help the horse industry expand out into other parts of the regular world, that would be something that I would just envision seeing that would make me incredibly happy.
Yeah, so you probably, like myself and probably most people who list with us, we just have that connection with horse people, right? Not that we don't have other people in our lives who don't have anything to do with horses, but when you speak with somebody and then you find out that there is some sort of connection with horses in their life, it just gives you that connection, that edge that just makes you feel like they're in your special circle. I don't know if you feel that too.
I feel like that exactly, and it's funny because whether you run into someone at the grocery store or at a car dealership or wherever you might be in your everyday life, once someone says, oh, I have horses or I used to ride, it is that like instant connection, like, oh, we're friends now.
Yes, exactly. So what challenges do your clients have that seek you out?
The majority of them have horses, obviously. They are spending a lot of time either developing a training program or they're developing a product line that impact their horse business. So they're really in the thick of their business. And when they think about marketing, updating their website or creating posts for social media or creating an email campaign, they want to do it and they understand that it's an important part of business, but they literally just don't have the time. There's 24 hours in every day, and we all have the same amount of time. So a lot of people will say to me, Jamie, I just don't have the time, and I also don't have the wherewithal to keep up with all of the updates that happen across the marketing industry. So a lot of the people that come to me, time is a big factor, and education as far as what are the best tools and strategies to use for their marketing program. Those are the challenges. Mainly it's time and education.
Mm-hmm. So tell the person who's listening about marketing, right? So most people just think about marketing as website design or maybe blogging, right? But there's a lot, or maybe even Facebook now. But there's more to marketing than just that. So can you just do a quick run through of marketing and what your business handles for people?
Sure. You hit the nail on the head. Marketing seems to be this big monster, and it really is intimidating to a lot of people. Really all marketing is, and I just posted a quote on this the other day, marketing is enthusiasm transferred to your client or your customer. So the enthusiasm you have for what you do, how is that transferred to your customer? That could be through a magazine ad. It could be through your website. It could be through email marketing or Facebook ads or Instagram. I always challenge people, number one, don't look at your marketing strategy and freak out, basically. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work, and marketing is something that takes time. The one thing I always tell my clients is if you're calling me and you want results in 10 days or a month, I'm probably not your person, because marketing is a long game. Specifically, what I can do for your business is look at your business as a whole, as an outsider, and because I'm a horse person, I can look at your business as a consumer. So whether or not I need your specific product at the moment, I can look at what you're doing, whether you're trying to sell stallion breeding services or you're selling a product. It doesn't matter what it is. I can take an outside look and say, these are the things you've been doing, and they haven't been getting the results that you want. So what I can do very specifically, as I mentioned, is I can create email marketing campaigns for you. I can create the content for social media, for your LinkedIn account, for Instagram. I work with a lot of really great professionals that do really amazing website development, search engine optimization. Thing is a lot of people think I have to be everywhere. You really don't. With marketing, you have to find 2 or 3 things that work very well for you, and you need to focus your efforts there. That's really what I tell people, is a lot of people just tend to think like, this is so much, I don't know where to start. Have someone like me talk to you and look at your business and say, here's what's working and here's what's not, and let's find something that's going to work very well and focus on that.
Most businesses that list with us, they list with us as one of their marketing tools. So I love the fact that you're listing with us. And so my question then for you is, what is your biggest challenge in your business?
Well, I have to say it's probably the same as a lot of people. One of my biggest challenges is getting in front of my ideal audience and doing that in a consistent manner, because we all know marketing and sales is a numbers game. For everyone that looks different, but for someone like me, I need to get in front of sometimes 20 to 30 new businesses before someone says, yes, I'm going to work with you. So one of my biggest challenges is finding the exact right ideal customer for me. Because one thing I will just throw in there that I think is part of, it was a challenge for me in the very beginning, is I thought I was everyone's cup of tea. And you're not. As a business owner, you're just not everyone's cup of tea. So for me, I had to realize that, and I had to say, this is going to be a continual challenge for me, but I've got to continually find the people that are my cup of tea and that I'm their cup of tea.
Well said. Absolutely. So this is a question that I throw out at everybody. I just always love what I get back, because I never know what people are going to say. If you had 3 wishes for the horse world, what would they be? I
used to do animal rescue a lot growing up, and with dogs and horses and things like that. We actually are also, my husband and I are actually foster parents for children. I wish that together somehow horse owners could figure out a way for neglected and abused horses to not be neglected and abused. That is for the horse world as a whole. If we could work together, I think it's kind of a general thing as far as our society, too. If we can just work together for a common goal, we're going to get better results. So that probably would be wish number 1. Wish number 2, I really feel like the horse industry and for the horse world, if more people could come into it, more young people, more, I've seen so many things with large cities that have a bunch of city kids that come in and they get to learn about horses, and horses nurture their soul. I mean, literally, the testimonials are amazing. So, I wish that part of the industry could expand, and I wish that there was a mass amount of funds for that as well. And then, for the business side of it, I honestly would say if what I love, and it's funny because the first time you and I spoke, I said, oh my gosh, Horse World Connect, what you're doing. It's like the Facebook for Horse World, for the horse industry. And so I think that kind of fulfilled one of my wishes, that there was a really good central way to communicate for horse business owners to find resources and network and find each other and support each other and collaborate instead of trying to compete with each other. Like, let's find a platform we can collaborate on, and let's rock the industry so that we can achieve those other goals.
Nice. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So what do you want horse people to remember about you and your business?
The one thing that sticks with me forever and ever is I always want people to remember me as a person of integrity. The number one priority for me is that I run my business and my life with character and integrity, and that's what I want people to always say about me is no matter what happens, she always does the right thing and she always treats people right.
Nice. Here's another question. And, when we have these interviews and we speak, sometimes we don't realize all the words of wisdom that we already have said. And so when I get to this question, I always think, oh, man, should I still say this? Because I've heard a lot of words of wisdom come from you already. But here's the question. What are some words of wisdom that you'd like to share, I guess, consciously?
My words of wisdom would be simplistic in the fact that you just need to take care of your customers. If you're one of those that steps up your game in 2018 and says, yes, I want to take care of my customers and really do an awesome job at it, I really feel like you're going to excel in your section of the horse industry.
Is there anything else you would like to tell the person listening to this interview?
Yeah, I think with marketing, a few things that I kind of alluded to. It is hard. Marketing is difficult, and it is difficult because a lot of times you do have to put money into a project to see if it's going to work. You've got to take things to test and measure. Sometimes things aren't going to work, and it's not that thing you tried or that ad you ran or that money you spent, it's not that it was a failure in business. It was something you had to test and measure to find out what does work. And so I just would encourage you, if you are listening, if you're feeling stuck in business or you're just at a plateau, you're not really sure what to do next, whether it's me or someone else that's a business professional, have them take a look at your business from an outside perspective and really sit down and say, this is not working, and so let's try this. So I feel like, if you can introspectively take a look at your business and then let someone look at it from the outside, mesh those thoughts together with someone that you trust and figure out a better plan for this year than you had last year.
Perfect, Jamie. That was a lot of information. I mean, lots of words of wisdom there for the person listening to this. Anybody who's listed with us definitely needs to listen to this interview because any of us can learn a lot from you. I hope they'll check out your listing further and get in touch with you. And I know that I will be staying in touch with you, definitely. And thank you so much for doing the interview with me.
Well, and thank you for having me as well. I'm really excited to see what this year holds for everyone.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.